Hello my 3D printer peeps. I'm sitting here amongst a pile of 3D printing material from a company you may have never heard of. That company is Landu. About 2 months back, Landu shot me an email and was like, hey, do you think you'd be willing to try our filament? In my head, I was like, yeah, I already have my go-to brands for high-end, more expensive filament, and my go-to brands for, budget filaments. But I was like, sure, if you want to send me some filament, be my guest. Sure enough, they sent me a box of stuff. It sat for a bit because I like to work with what I like to work with. However, I was interested in this. I only use one bed adhesive. That is Bambu Labs green liquid adhesive. It's in a little tube with a little sponge. You've probably all seen me talk about it. You've probably all seen me use it. And I thought this was interesting. It's a fine mist spray. So I started tinkering with it. I would use it to spray the bed and then wipe it down. So I was cleaning the bed, but adding, I guess, whatever this is in the process. And wouldn't you know, turns out it works really well. And for about a month, I used exclusively that. I wanted to see what my luck would be and if the prints I'm usually using and the prints I'm usually adding a little of the liquid adhesive to failed or succeeded any more or any less, or if my beds took any damage, because sometimes adding an adhesive is not for adhesion, but it's to protect the bed so that when you remove the print, there's a little something between the print and the bed to protect it from damaging the bed, especially materials like smooth PEI, which is what I work mostly with. The only true test of that spray would be to force myself to use it, and nothing else. Then, organically, I'd find out if I found myself having trouble and needing to fall back on something else. I did not. I had a month of success, and now I'm on 2 months of success, and this spray has become my go-to adhesive I've been using across all my machines. So much so, I asked Landu to send me another one, and they kindly did. Then comes Landu's filament. This is a super affordable filament. Landu's PLA and PLA Plus are both priced around $10 to $12 depending on sales. I even found 2 packs of white and black for $17. I point out the 2-pack and the price because I went ahead and bought these myself. One of the first spools I tried was Landu Black. I tossed it on my Bambu Lab A1 and used it to make the QR codes in my maker chip for 3D Printopia. To my surprise, it printed very cleanly and the codes worked great. I started throwing Landu into other projects. Then I started throwing it onto my business projects for my prop shop. Then I got brave and ordered some Landu Silk Silver because just like their black and white, it was priced aggressively. And just like the black, I found their Silk Silver to be wound cleanly and to print cleanly across a variety of machines. I tested Landu on the Elegoo Giga Storm, the Bambu Lab P1P, P1S, the Creality K2 Pro, K2 Plus, Ender 3, version 3 Plus, the Bambu Lab X1C, and the Bambu A1, and the Creality Ender 5 Max, and the Creality CR-M4. All of those machines using basic PLA profiles performed wonderfully with the Landu Silk Silver. I then moved on to buying some of my own Landu, cases of white and black, silk colors, more Silk Silver, and I even did my Squid Game piggy bank with Landu Silk Gold. That too came out beautifully. I am now 2+ months into working with Landu filament, and it's become one of my go-to. It's not just budget priced, but it performs alongside of my more expensive filaments. If you are somebody looking to try a new brand, something reliable, something that is not expensive, I suggest giving Landu a try. If you try it and you think it sucks, well, I guess that's on me. But I believe you'll try it and find out the quality is really high for the price. If you do give it a try, go ahead and call me out in the comments. Let me know how it worked for you. Some of you may have noticed this box on the end here. Recently, Anycubic sent me one of their newest resin printers. I reached out to Landu and I said, hey, your filament's working really well for me. What do you say you pop over one of your resin bottles? Because I'm going to start working with resin a little bit more and I'd love to try your resin. Landu was happy to indulge me and sent over a bottle of their gray resin. I have yet to work with it, but I look really forward to giving it a try. Sometimes you get so hung up in the companies with big marketing budgets, large convention presences, and big followings on social media that you might dismiss companies you've never heard of. However, in the fast-changing and ever-growing industry of 3D printing, more and more companies are emerging as more and more people throw their hats into the ring. Today, I'm super pleased to say I'm very happy with Landu. Their communication has been friendly, their products are well made, and I've enjoyed working with a lower-priced filament that performs alongside higher-priced filaments. And yes, their cardboard spools are working in my Bamboo Lab AMS. In my description, you'll find a link to their Amazon shop. Go ahead and check it out. Be sure to check their PLA and PLA Plus because sometimes their PLA Plus is on sale for even cheaper than their PLA. I've had a good experience with Landu. I think you will too. Landu paid me $0 to make this video. However, they did ask if I'd be willing to make a short video discussing their filament, and I was happy to do so because it actually works and I truly like it. Maybe you will too. I'm Mr. Greg. This is Landu Filament, and you're on 3D Rundown.